So I saw Spider-Man Brand New Day a few days ago, actually almost a week ago. I saw it at an early screening at Regal, a day early before it came out, and all I have to say is it was perfect in my opinion. Now what I'm going to say right now is please make sure you've seen it before you watch this video, because I will be talking about spoilers, because I just want to make a small little general review of the movie before I talk about the figure. And my only main gripe with this movie is I would have preferred to see a traditional Spider-Man villain rather than Jean Grey, but I still do think Jean Grey was pretty great, and I still honestly love this movie. And with that, now let's get to the figure. So I really like the box on this figure. It has kind of like the shadow of a city on the front and just general Spider-Man figure pictures all around it. But I think the color is just really fitting to this movie, and I just really enjoy this design. So now let's get into the figure itself. So taking it out the box, one thing I do notice is the head sculpt is the exact same as the final swingsuit, which is a figure I do not have, which I will explain why in a second. And that is because I knew that Brand New Day was obviously going to switch the suit. And while I did like the blue on the final swingsuit, I just didn't want to pay $80 for a figure that was going to be in a movie for 5 seconds and get replaced in the next movie. So really glad I ended up going with this one. Now looking at those photos, you might think that's the same figure as this one, and for the most part you're right. It's just this one has different colors, and the new bulky web shooters he has in this movie, which I do really like, but I wish they were removable. As seen in the movie, he does blast them off when he gets his natural webbing. So yeah. So honestly, if you have the original final swingsuit, I don't think you're missing out too much, as these figures are basically the same. They just have really minor differences. So before I get to the good parts of this figure, I do want to just talk about my main complaint, which is a problem that they kept from the original final swingsuit and just did not fix on this version, sadly. Even though a lot of people complain about it. And that is the spider. And on the front, they actually just did the legs going straight down on the other part of the body. On the back, they did a second spider, which I honestly think this is just really dumb. What was the point of that? There's a clear gap between the end of the spider and where they put the second end of it on the second part of the figure. So that just looks a little weird, but that's a really minor gripe. And one last thing, when you bend the figure forward, there is this blue part, which probably should have been red, because that just doesn't make sense. But now let's get to all the good parts. So this figure comes with a decent amount of accessories. He has a regular head, squinted eye head, web grabbing hands, fists, wall crawling hands, which I think is really cool, and just regular open hands, because usually most Spider-Man figures just come with open hands as wall crawling hands, but he actually has the more tensed fingers for how he sticks to the wall, which is pretty awesome in my opinion. And thwipper hands. Then he has 3 different sets of 3 webs, 1 long one, 1 really short one, and 1 medium one. And then this thing here is an alternate back piece so that you can plug a stand in. And then this is a tool to take it out, which I think that's cool, but I feel like just using the clip that comes with Tamashi stands would be better overall. So yeah. Taking a look at the figure's articulation, starting at the head, he can look up this far, which is really far up, that much down, which isn't too much, but it's good enough. His arms can go up this high, which is pretty cool. They can go forward this much. Completely cross. Wow. That's really great. He has a bicep cut, which allows for a full rotation. Our double jointed elbow, and a bolo joint at the wrist. Looking at the ab crunch, it can go down this. The first joint can go down this far, and then with the second one, it can go down this far, and then backward. The first joint can go that far, and then not too far back. His leg can kick up this high, which is pretty good. This much backward, that's pretty crazy. His knee is double jointed, which allows it to bend fully. His bolo joint at the ankle, and a toe hinge. Now, I just want to mention a few head swaps you can do or can't do. Which one is this Tom Holland Figuarts head. It's way too small and the old neck doesn't fit, but if you just put it on the regular neck joint, it sits on, but once again, too small. And then, if you want Marvel Legends classic Spider-Man suit heads on this guy, all you have to do is take one of the joints from the older Spider-Man figures. It does not fit on the newer ones. The neck ends up looking too long. Put it on the new one and slide the Spider-Man head on. And that will look good for the most part, but on the back of the neck, there will be a slight gap. That's it. For my size comparison, here he is next to my favorite Marvel Legends, the movie Deadpool. Then we have the old Figuarts Spider-Man, the Marvel Legends Toxin, one of my Marvel Legends Iron Man, my very old yellow suit Marvel Legends Daredevil, and here he is next to my first Marvel Legends Tom Holland figure, the Spider-Man Homecoming Marvel Legend. And it's pretty crazy to say that I've had this figure for almost 10 years now. So I do have more Marvel Legends I could compare him to, but this video would probably be like 30 minutes because I've been collecting Marvel Legends for as long as I can remember at this point. And I have a few more Figuarts I could compare him to, like my Jujutsu Kaisen collection and all that, but I just picked characters that I feel are more relevant to this figure. So overall, I'd say this figure is a solid 10 out of 10. I have a feeling that Tamashii is going to release an alternate version eventually with a battle-damaged Tom Holland head for when he goes full Spider mode. And Mafex will also probably release one, which people will probably pick over this one. But honestly, I'm perfectly fine with this one, and I do really love it. So yeah, that's all. Like and subscribe.